All right, it's ended. Southampton 3, Crystal Palace 1. Remember to smash that subscribe button and hit the like button, and let's get into it. So there it is. Ended Southampton 3, Crystal Palace 1. What started to be a bit of a horror show with the first 2 minutes. Crystal Palace going 1-0 up with a Christian Benteke goal. And that's us clawing one back with a great strike from Danny Ings in the 5-yard box with his back to goal. We then conceded a penalty, which was then rightly saved by Fraser Forster. And then, did we score in the it was the second half? We went 2-1 up, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We scored in the 46th minute.
That's
Shea
right.
Adams' little ping in from such a tight angle. He was almost behind the goal when he scored it.
Crazy tight angle. But yeah, effectively, then we scored in the first 2 minutes of the second half, just like they scored in the first 2 minutes of the first half. And then to finish it all off, another Danny Ings goal. So super happy with that. Happy with that. I think there are so many players we could call out to be man of the match today. But I think ultimately, did Danny get it? Did Danny get man of the match?
I think Danny seems to have gotten it everywhere I've looked. So yeah, he's been given it. But I don't think. I mean, a brace. Both his goals were fantastic. Great turn on his first one. I would say the flip side of that is I would probably maybe given it to Shea, because Shea's goal was great on the angle. Great again, just as impressive a turn. And he did give the assist for Danny's second, and he did a lot of the work there. So two of them tonight was all about these pairs working together really, really well. They also worked together amazingly. Minamino and Kyle Walker-Peters worked really, really well together. I felt Ward-Prowse and Armstrong worked really well together, and I thought Jack Stevens and Nathan Redmond worked really, really well together. They set up the first goal. I think I can't believe that we've come out of this game just going, everyone just play really, really well, and it's is the first time, even more so than the Sheffield United game or any of the other was that our last win?
Yes. No, was it Burnley at home?
Burnley at home, yeah. So this is the best win. This I would say this side of the run.
Yeah.
This is the best that we've looked, and since the first Liverpool game,
Yeah. Yeah,
great stuff.
It did look good, and I think you're right to point out Jack Stevens, because as I said during the stream, I think it's especially impressive because every time he comes into the side, he's playing somewhere different. It's like, oh, you're playing in left back right now, and then, oh no, we need you to tuck in and do what Bednarek was doing. I mean, I actually thought, if I had to point any fingers, I don't think Bednarek or Vestergaard had that good of a game.
No,
there were lots of mistakes.
Yeah, the worst part of the game is when we got when Salasu went wide and Stevens went in the middle. That's when it seemed to get a bit shaky again. But I think that again is covering for Vestergaard's sort of lack of pace, that sort of drop of pace that he has. And yeah, surprisingly, the two defenders that we were really set on at the beginning of the season, Vestergaard and Bednarek, are now coming at the end of the season, sort of going, well, they've dropped off quite a bit, really. The two kind of Mr. Reliables have really dropped off. So but it's great to see the others step up. I mean, who would have thought? Honestly, who would have thought we would get to the end of the season and be like, actually, the ones in favour are Salasu and Jack Stevens.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, that's crazy.
I mean, Jack Stevens still made an error that could have gone a bit horribly wrong if Benteke was a bit more on the ball, so to speak.
But he recovered for that, and every so often we give Vestergaard praise for recovering from those sort of things. So he shouldn't have done it in the first place, but at least he made up for it and didn't get a red for it. Yeah,
absolutely. Ben's put a comment here that turn goal for Ings was Gabbiadini-esque. Yeah, absolutely. But
I'm sure everyone at St Mary's is calling it that tonight.
Yeah, but it's one of those things really that that's the element of Danny's game that's been missing for months, isn't it? That element of I've got nothing, go, and that's what makes Danny so great. It's effectively he can turn something into nothing into something, and pull out a goal.
I remember when he sort of came back from injury the first time, and when he came back from Corona, we both sort of said he doesn't look fit and doesn't look sharp enough. But since he's sort of come back this time, he does look sharper and he is doing business and he's doing tricks. It's just whether the team around him is playing a decent game. It really does sort of, he can't be the person we lean on the entire time. And this is today, everyone looked great.
Yeah.
Even Foster had, some great saves on the pitch, saved the penalty. He did everything asked of him today. I'm so glad that, like we said, we got to the end of this game and gone, oh, it was just a silly set piece that we conceded.
Yeah. It was, and it was the frustrating thing for that is the fact that Christian Benteke was able to turn with 5 Southampton players around him and still able to get a goal away. So, but another note on Danny Ings. I mean, I think Danny Ings looked great tonight, but I think also Shea Adams made him look pretty decent as well by the assist that he was able to put in. And when they're both on form, they work great together.
I think we're at this point where Shea can do it without Danny, but he needs the confidence of a few games with Danny. Adams and Ings need a full season with neither of them injured to play together like relentlessly. They need let's say over 25, maybe 28 games playing consecutively together.
Yeah.
And I think by the end of that season, you'll see Adams really, really starting to perform. And I think when you see him in games like this, you're like, that's the guy that we bought tonight. That's the guy that we saw, what we want to see. And I think we just need to be doing this consistently. That's what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that I think Shea drops away when Ings isn't there. I think he's just a confidence player, and he needs that run of form to be in form.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Coming here from Ed, this is the Saints that could get into Europe. Yeah. God, what a different picture it would be had we not, gone for that horrendous wobble towards the end of the season. Because, I think even with this win tonight, we've still gained the fewest points out of anyone in the Premier League table. So, madness, absolute madness. Coming here, so good from the boys tonight. Great defensive display, good attacking. Not often to get both. Coming here, Saints. Hoping stays, by the way. But I don't know if he will. Well,
Martin Simmons has already said he's staying with us until he retires.
Yeah.
And you can take that to the bank. They said it at a fan forum. It's happening.
Yes, indeed. But it was a good performance, from front to back. And I think, going up against a side like Crystal Palace and being able to score 3 goals, that's decent. Ultimately, it's a side that we struggled to break down. We struggled to break them down at Selhurst Park. Yeah. We couldn't sort of get through that towering defence that they've got, that whole kind of, call it what you want, Brexit football. But, they've got some big centre-halves in there that ultimately, when you've got flamboyant players jumping all over the place, it's difficult to get through. But we have plenty of shots on goal. I mean, how many shots did we have on goal in the end?
I can't remember, but I know Danny had 2
12.
shots, 2 on goal and 2 goals. So
we had 13 shots on goal, 6 on target. We had 12 corners, 1 offside, and 2 yellow cards. But it was an open game. I mean, Crystal Palace had 11 shots on goal. They had 4 on target. They had 8 corners. So that's an end-to-end game. That's mad.
We have indeed. I also like to say that I think Ralph deserves a bit of credit today when you see the early substitution of Bednarak at halftime. You saw how we did switch up, position. Even me and you were noticing like how wide we were playing today after the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because it was so congested. And as soon as we started doing that, the game went our way completely. And that's all down to that man shouting on the side.
Yeah.
So great day for everyone. I'm really excited just to hear Ralph talking a minute, because it's going to be this is the best performance I've seen of us this season. I can't wait to hear him just pick us up for a bit.
Absolutely. No plan B, they said. That's a good shout from Lou here. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, we've seen the last 3 games have all been different, right?
Yep, they really have. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy. The man himself. We've done it. We've got 40 points.
I love that he runs. He runs from the game straight over. Do you know what I mean?
We've done it. It does feel kind of. I mean, in a weird way, it felt a bit of a. We need to get some wins towards the end of the season. Otherwise, it's going to feel very, very flat. going into the next season. Especially where, in a weird way, I kind of wanted Fulham to get something last night, just so that it sort of still left it open, and maybe we could have achieved something on Saturday and had a bit more of a contest. I'm sure it still will be a contest, but ho hum.
The Leeds game is going to be the real one.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be big.
Just love that to be a romping. I just want to see this team play like this for the rest of the season.
Yeah. So I just seen a comment from Matthew here. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't got them on. I've not got them on. What are they saying?
Give that man a Twix.
Give him a Twix. I mean, with the predictions I gave tonight, guys, you should give me a white Twix. You need to go limited edition because I've smashed it all over the park.
What happens when we get back to the stadium? And Ralph says, I don't know why, but people keep giving me Twixes.
Well, they should. First of all, they shouldn't be giving Ralph Twixes. They should be giving it to me at the stadium. And Ralph should be like, "Why is everyone giving this guy up here Twixes?" And then I get a seat. Then I'll get a seat down the front there.
Yeah.
I can't believe how good my halftime predictions were.
Yeah, you called it 3-1 at halftime.
I said that, and I said Selassie would come on for Bednarak.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Ings was going to get a brace. Oh, Mystic Martin was on today.
He was indeed. Kieran here saying, like I said, after Liverpool game, the priority is 40 points, and we've done it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great to see the strikers scoring. Just shows what we're capable of, and frustrating too. Yeah. Do you know what? It's, you see performances like that, and you think, like, that was a game. Okay, it mattered because we want to get the 40 points, but where was that against Leicester in the semi-final?
Yeah.
It just kills you when you think, like, what was different? Looking forward to European football now.
What was different in the squad that day? What was the starting team for that game?
I think Diallo was in the mix, wasn't he?
Must have been. I think maybe that's it. I think maybe Diallo just. I think that the addition of Armstrong as number 6 has been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He's really stepped up and filled that position.
Yeah, him and Prowse.
Yeah, they really have been killing it in the middle there.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. How good is it to see Saha and Koite on the wind-up again? Yeah, that was pretty good fun. It was the smirk from Ward Prowse.
Yeah,
just
after.
Yeah.
It's what you get. It's what you get, son.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Samaris and how we do things here, but we're going to wind you up. We're going to wind you up.
He's never actually seen St. Mary's Zaha, has he? So it's always from the inside of that pocket that he's in. Dark in here.
Yeah. And I think Zaha was trying to throw Jack Stevens around. So crazy stuff. Pro Gloves here. It's promising considering we have no Oreo. Ryan, and we've been guaranteed some investment. Yeah, that's good to see. The question for me is what happens when Oriel comes back? Like
he goes back into his position, and Armstrong goes a bit forward.
I guess so, and you make the left side a bit more interesting. But do you then put Armstrong on the left side?
It's competition for place at that point, mate. I cannot wait to get to a point in the squad where there's no injuries and it is competition for place. And
yeah,
I don't want Redmond or Armstrong to have to rest on their laurels of I'm starting every week.
Yeah,
I want it to be I'm going to have to play well because there are 2 other players that want to play in this position who are equally deserving of it.
Yeah.
And if they play like tonight, it's going to be hard. I mean, you can't not start Romeo because he is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. No, great to see. Ralph Russell going on a late title charge. Well, that'd be nice. I think it's a bit out of our reach now with the confirmed champions. Lots of people enjoying Prowsey on the lineup. FCG wants a lot of numbers, Jack. So you have to stick those in the members section. You find them out there. I told my dentist it'd be 1-1, and he said 3-1. Wow. So Ed Glover's dentist is who you want a lot of numbers from. James in the room here, and you said after 18 minutes we need the Ings brace. 60 seconds later, boom. Wow, did I? Mad. Fantastic. Good to see Obafemi back, absolutely.
Hey, good to see Obafemi back. That's the new version. There's no longer wear Michael Obafemi at. Michael Obafemi back.
Where Michael Obafemi at? Absolutely. So comment here finally from Kieran. I'm just glad we don't have to play against Lamina next game. World class centre midfield. Instagram highlights incoming. Still can't believe Man United wanted to buy him at one point. So therefore, yeah, I think he's a bit of a visions of grandeur, but he's got some quality.
But he has done enough this season for us to sell him.
Yeah, which is good.
Which is that's all we needed. I could see maybe one of the promoted teams buying him.
Yeah. I don't know if he's out of contract though. I think he may be. I think it might be done. Him and
it's going to be a big signing for Norwich. Oh, Hugh can do one, can't they?
Absolutely fantastic. Happy days. Any final thoughts, Jack?
For a game that I was so unprepared for, like, do you know what I mean? I was stressed out about it because I was like, oh, I forgot there was a game tonight. Well, I didn't forget, but I was setting it up. So we actually got down to watch it. Like, I'm just hope we play well, and we did.
Yeah.
It was just nice just so good to watch us play well and play productive, positive football, and to be soaked up pressure. Yeah, a chef's kiss to tonight's performance.
It was great. Ultimately, I threw the toys out the pram when we conceded.
Yeah,
I
hope when you go back and watch this game, a little bit, you see your opening few minutes and realize just how salty you were.
I'd like to take this moment to apologize to everyone on the channel. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. It might happen again.
There was some real petulance right there.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Ah, dear. Fantastic. Well, thanks to everyone who's joined us during the game and in this post-match celebration, as we call it. An appreciation for the performance that we've seen today. Great performance by the boys tonight. So much cohesion in that side, and a lot of players playing in unnatural positions, also putting in a decent shift. So I'm super happy with that. And yet again, we've seen a plan C from Ralph, which has turned to work out well. So very promising. Looking forward to the Fulham game. We will be covering the Fulham game over the weekend. What that will look like, I don't know, but it will be Jack on his lunch break and all this kind of jiggery pokery. We'll figure out. We'll make it work. Fantastic stuff.
Actually, maybe we should start now. I've got a bit of a cough.
You do it under the weather.
I hope this does not get any worse in the week.
Oh, I shouldn't have laughed at that, but I shouldn't have laughed. Oh,
it's okay. Yeah, like I say, my brother Jose Martinez is coming over this weekend to look after me. So
he's the one in the Mönchengladbach top, isn't he?
He is indeed. He's a big Gladbach fan.
Yeah, I thought that much. Oh dear, all the silliness. Maybe we'll do like a post-match pint at the weekend or something like that. But either way, we can start looking forward to watching the remainder of these games and just seeing what this side can do. So, as always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And have you got something else to say, Jack? I feel like I'm cutting you off. You just tune you.
No, I'm just pointing out what you're saying. I'm giving inflections. I'm the quiet.
Oh, sorry, man. You're my hype man. You're like Bez.
How dare you?
I'm the hype man. Let's be honest.
I need more than just Bez. I'm afraid. That's offensive. Twisting my melon, man.
I don't know who else is a big hype man. I don't know.
Flavor Flav. I'm more Flavor Flav.
Okay, fair. All right, fine. Make a note.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Well, this is the strangest end to an episode we've ever done. Fantastic stuff. Right. Have a brilliant rest of the week, everyone, and we will see you at the weekend for the next home game up against Fulham. As always, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. All right. See ya.
Bye.